so as Trinda mentioned, this was written by an anonymous author. We worked on this piece together, and they asked me to perform it here tonight. People worry about sex work being anti-feminist, especially because it's often women catering to men. First of all, in a way, we all make our profits from a broken system. Why you think that my form of work is especially insulting to the point of rejecting it entirely, I can't understand. Actually, I do. It's probably your internalized stigma. How funny is it that the most common client, the most privileged, wealthy men, the most likely to have benefited in our society, to have the expendable income to pay for my attention, is also one of the most likely to be blind to their privilege and uphold ideologies that shame the very person who just gagged him with her panties? The stigma against sex work is hilarious. How morally corrupt one must be to sell their body for money, right? You know what would be even weirder? Being paid by the hour contingent on your being physically present in a workplace. Wait, it's almost like every job ever actually relies on selling your body by the hour. But mine gives me orgasms. Sure, you can try orgasming in the office bathroom, but that's probably not as comfortable as a 5-star hotel. Ah, checkmate. You know what else is fantastic? Besides people paying you to admire and massage your feet, sex work is delightfully anti-capitalist. Think about it. You choose the time, the place, the circumstances, and you're not giving 90% of your profits to some company owner. Oh, and calling in sick? Any day, any week. It's as easy as calling your date and asking for a rain check. Take that, office jobs. Woo! Sometimes people worry that I have to numb myself to make my job possible. I think if you have to numb yourself for it, you won't last very long. You can give anyone pleasure. You can't fall in love in a single night. Funny how in our society, people are often less fearful to ask you to choke them until they see stars, rather than ask you to hold their hand and say you enjoy spending time with them. A new friend asked me, "What have you learned about sex after all of this?" I replied, "People have sex for countless reasons. Anywhere from pleasure and stress relief, to a bonding experience, to addressing loneliness, to more unhealthy reasons, such as social dominance, or trying to repair a broken self-esteem." "What do you think is the most common?" they asked me. I think people are usually seeking a deep sense of validation. For some people, that sense only comes when you've got your fingers in their mouth. It's actually pretty easy to separate pleasure from emotions of love once you overcome the part of yourself that has inevitably internalized some form of stigma against pleasure. You might serve coffee at work and also to guests in your home, but you don't have a hard time recognizing the different connotations in those situations, do you? That's all for journal entries. Remember, we're all selling our bodies, and support your local trans, BIPOC sex workers. Thanks for listening.